What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing an interesting type of video. Today I have a Lego Duplo set. Yes, Duplo. Yes, the big bricks. Yes, the big figures. And this video is actually to compare both of the headquarters, because this set is called SpiderMan Headquarters, and this is from Spidey and his amazing friends. And this is for, as you guys can see, the box says to. So, without further ado, we're going to get started. So this is not going to be a review, because everything that you see is literally everything that it offers. It offers a motorcycle with a camera, some cool printed pieces, and a really cool printed newspaper back here with 3 figures and a slide, and that's kind of it. It's very generic and simple, because obviously this is made for 2-year-olds, not people that are over the age of 2. Because obviously, as you guys know by my voice, and you guys know that I'm obviously not 2 years old. So without further ado, let's get on with the minifigures, starting off with Spider-Man. I can't technically call this a minifigure, because this is not a minifigure. This is not mini, this is huge figure. This is like a huge figure. And oh my god, I've not seen a Duplo figure in over, like ever since kindergarten. I had a Duplo figure one time. I'll put up the image if I actually find the set that I had. But probably not going to find it. And this is really surprising. They are actually really big, and it's really interesting. So this is actually kind of a comparison video, not really a set review, because you guys already know what it is. So let's bring in the actual Spidey and his amazing friends minifigure. As you guys can see, they mostly look the same. It's much bigger. It is probably 2 Spidey minifigures tall, compared to a normal minifigure like Spider-Man right here, from the 2021 sets. This is actually very, very huge. Obviously, because it's for a 2-year-old, and they're going to try to put it in their mouth, which is amazing. So, of course, the articulation is very limited. So you can move the arms, hands, legs, and head all the way around. But for Duplo, it's very simplistic. You can move the arms, the legs, and the head. The legs are one piece, as you guys can see. And the arms are one piece. The arms look very strange compared to a minifigure, because it looks bent, like the other way. The hands have fingers on them, and it just looks really awkward. And just really awkward to be looking at minifigures. And then you look at a Duplo, and you figure out that his head, you can literally put his head maybe inside here like this. I mean, it's literally as big as his head. You can put his whole head in here, no problem. This is absolutely huge, and this head's huge. This figure's massive. And so, with the comparison, if you guys want to actually see the figure, he has nice torso printing, nice head printing, and nice back and head printing. Very simplistic. They don't have the lines going this way. But now time to take a look at Miles. So obviously the coolest part of the set are the figures, because the build actually is very simplistic. As you guys can see, this is really not a good comparison, because at least Duplo knew what they were doing, because they gave him plain black legs. But for the sake of this, we'll go for the actual figure. As you guys can see, it's the same printing. The eyes are much bigger, though, compared to this one, because this one actually is based on it. And they actually have noses, which is weird. Their head is more round, not oval type. Like more oval instead of a round head. If you go on the other side, you can see more web printing. Once again, the legs, both the legs move. It's just so weird. And they actually go back kind of on their own. Kind of like that, which is pretty cool. The arms move. The hands don't move, because the arms can be popped off and It won't be that tiny. But yeah, that is kind of it for Miles. The minifigure, if you guys haven't seen him already, he has, of course, the torso has a simple design as well as the back. So yeah, it is pretty cool. So yeah, now time to go on to the next figure, which is Gwen. So Gwen is actually the most unique one, kind of out of them all. Here's the figure. She uses the old hood piece, not the new one, which is pretty interesting. Torso printing, once again, is interesting. The back one, too, is also interesting. And then the head here has, like, it's a brand new head. The head kind of looks more oval. She has nice back torso printing. Nice front torso printing. I'm just going to call it a torso. I know it's not a torso. It's built kind of differently. Like the Duplo figures are actually kind of built differently. They kind of have a point that goes down. So that is... Sorry about that, but... Oops, the spider figure just fell. But her head kind of has that hood on, so the head is much bigger than an actual figure, as you guys can see. So the head gets bigger, everybody. The head gets bigger. So that's kind of it for the figures. Now I guess we're going to take a look at the place. So here are the two play sets. Of course, we're going to look at the Duplo one first. So yeah, let's take a look. So for the headquarters, there really isn't a review for this because everything is what you see. So the build doesn't really tell you to put these on here. They're supposed to be separate. So looking at these separate builds, it has a planet where probably the enemies are. It's on very simple. That would be actually pretty funny if I tried to recreate this in Lego. Who knows? I might try to because this is absolutely hilarious. And I might actually try to build this and see if this is actually, you can actually build this in Lego. Obviously, it's going to be super tiny and very big in some places because I don't know how I'm going to build that head. It comes with a pink brick too, which is very interesting. Right here you have a printed piece, which is cool, of Spider-Man swinging on the web. Very nice. We're going to put that back where I put it there. Actually, we're going to remove these and see another side build. So this is completely doesn't attach to anything. This is a Daily Bugle Green Goblin. As you guys can see, Green Goblin is very scary. Like, I am utterly terrified. Like, when I look at that, I'm scared. Anyway. It's very child innocent, but it actually kind of feels weird than the other brick. The other brick feels smooth. This kind of actually feels smoother, if that makes any sense. Anyway, the front top of the head. Take this whole thing off because it's actually pretty simple. It's just a Spider-Man eyes. That's it. Spin it around. You have interior where you can actually put the figures on the inside. You can't put all of them on the inside because, well, that'd be way too big. I wonder what a $100 Duplo set actually, how big that one is. But if you guys look here on the front, you have a slide. And, of course, this is my first time actually doing this. You can put the figure down. The first time I had this, immediately I decided to put a minifigure down because it's so big. This is like... And then that's kind of it for the whole thing. I usually put the newspaper in there because there's nowhere else to put it. Because, yeah, it's pretty cool. If you go over here, you come with a motorcycle, which is interesting. Right here, come with a motorcycle. And it has a camera, which the figures can actually hold. Which is cool. You can actually hold it and look through it. They have more stability than the actual figure, which is pretty sad because the Duplo figure, that makes sense because it's a bigger figure. So if you try to actually do poses and stuff with it, you don't have that much posability. But they actually stand much better than actual figures because look at this camera. This camera is huge. here is the vehicle, or the buggy. This is one full piece. You don't build this at all. That's kind of what you expect from Duplo. You don't really build anything. It already comes in the box. You just kind of start building. But what you could do, actually, is you could take... We'll take Miles, because I'll take Miles. You could put a figure on the back, and then ride with Spider-Man on the front, which is cool. He's actually much easier to attach to the things than actual Lego motorcycles. As you guys can see, you can take him and go. It falls over like an actual motorcycle in Lego, and that is really it. That's kind of it for this. Now comparing it to the actual, you actually do get something else. Completely forgot that you get this. You come with a web, and this is the most interesting part about this whole set. The web that you come with. This is absolutely insanely different, and we're gonna have fun with this later because you can do this with a lot of you can do a lot of stuff with the web. You can make a figure hold on to it, which is cool. It doesn't really look like a web. It kind of looks completely different. It's more of a pole, so you can kind of like whip it around, and it's very interesting. Now on the end of the pole, you can do a lot of stuff with it, and a lot of stuff indeed. You can take Miles, and you can grip it on his arm. And you can throw it around if you can actually... You can put this on literally anything, even a Lego. But you can throw Miles around if you want to, or someone else, but it's pretty cool. You can do a lot of stuff with it. That's all I'm saying. That's the web, and that's really it for the set. That's really it. Now I'm going to move it over because we're going to, of course, take a look at the... We can take a look at the definitive headquarters, which compared, this one's much bigger than this one, even though this is for bigger people. This is absolutely ginormous compared to an actual figure, Spider-Man for scale. There's a lot more stuff you can do over here, like you can shoot a basket. I didn't take all the accessories because this isn't a set review. I already did this already. You guys can check that out, but the webs are completely different. This one looks like a web, while this one looks like something else. I don't know what this looks like. Tell me down below what you guys think that looks like. Now, this looks completely different, and that's kind of it. That's really it. They have mostly the same stuff, just shrunken down. They come with printed pieces. They come with a big giant Spider-Man head on the top. And they also come with slides, which I think Lego likes slides a lot. Which that will be really easy to actually make this again. Yay, I'll actually be able to maybe remodel this. Who knows? I might make this. Tell me down in the comments below if you guys want me to make a mock of this set right here, Duplo. If you guys want me to make a mock of it, of what it would look like for minifigures, leave a comment down below. It basically look the same. Just, I'm probably not going to do it. But if you guys want me to, maybe I'll try, but who knows? But what you can do with this, so we're gonna have some fun with the figures, because the figures are the most important part, because there's a lot of stuff you can do with the figures, because the figures are the most important part. The build sucks. The reason why the figures are cool is because you can take this web, you can do whatever you want with it. This has this rubber piece at the end, and it kind of... You can't just have anything tinier than this. So if you wanted to, you could put a minifigure head if you wanted to. If you absolutely... Okay, maybe you can't do that, but what you can do is make it grab onto a leg. You can make it grab onto a minifigure leg, and you could do this, which is absolutely hilarious. Also, the Duplo hands actually fit, so you can grab a minifigure, which is pretty funny. So that's kind of it for this review. This isn't really a review. It's kind of a comparison. I don't know what this video is. Probably the weirdest video I'm going to do in 2022. Because it's just much bigger. It's much bigger. I don't know what to think of it. I really don't. Of course, as you guys know, I don't really look at Duplo videos that much, because normal minifigures are much cooler than Duplo figures, because they have more stuff, they have more out there. But for this, when you look at this, you have more stuff going on because you're much older. Even though you're literally 2 years older, you have more stuff going on, which is pretty funny. That a 4-year-old wouldn't try to put stuff in their mouth. But I don't know. This is just really strange. It's a strange review. It really is. I don't know how I'm going to display this, because I probably will right next to where I display this. But the figures are the most interesting part, because I haven't seen a Duplo figure since kindergarten, which that's really a long time. I haven't seen a Duplo figure in a long time. I've had one before. I've had one Lego Duplo set. That was it. It was a very long time ago. There's just a lot of stuff that's different. It's much bigger, obviously. Everything's much bigger. Like, a boombox compared to her is, like, tiny. All right? That's probably some earbuds to her. The web pieces are much bigger. This one kind of really doesn't look like a web piece to me. But you have to make it not so a kid can chew on it. Because I could cut this up if I want to and choke on it somehow. But for this, you could, but it'd be very hard to... It's just really funny how it's all rubbery. It looks like Doc Ock's tentacle. It's just, maybe if you wanted to and you had more, and these could actually connect to clips, who knows? You could create a really cool Doc Ock tentacle if you wanted to, but I don't think that these can connect to actual clips, can I? But yeah, this is a strange... I won't do Duplo reviews all the time, because I don't want to have a ton of Duplo sets in my room. This was just a one-time thing, just to see what the figures would look like. And, yeah, very strange indeed. But now we're going to take a look at the instruction manual in the box. And we're not going to compare the instruction manuals, because there's not really that cool. But we're going to take a look at the actual instruction manual. And here it is. Very, very, very simple, because once again, this is for 2-year-olds, so it's very simple. At the front, you can see everything you can do, which is cool. I wish I could do that, but you can see everything, and that's the whole build, and it shows everything you need at the end. At the front, you can do a win, but it's much different, and that's it for the instruction manual. The instruction manual has ads for the other Lego Duplo sets, which, oh boy, Lego City. It was a Lego Duplo City set. That's what I do remember. But oh boy. First off, right here, let's take a look at Captain America. What's wrong with his shield? Iron Man, you look strange. Frozen looks interesting. Mickey Mouse looks like Mickey Mouse. Frozen, you look interesting. The Captain America, though, your shield, man. I don't know how that works. I'm going to have to look that up. But yeah, that's it. That's all. And for the box, no cut either. It's a huge box for huge Legos. On the front, once again, you have Spidey and his amazing friends. And on the back, you have everything you can do. So that's basically it. Alright? That's basically it. This video will probably be the weirdest. Once again, the weirdest, because I'm just gonna say it. No, I'm not going to. I'm gonna leave it out there. But it's very... I have no words. Now I'm interested. But I have no words. I really don't. It's just very... I don't know why. It looks strange because they have fingers, and it's actually like an action figure if you really think about it. Duplo is much bigger, and I think I actually kind of like how big Duplo is compared to actual figures. It kind of feels like an action figure. Like a minifigure, I can lose it if I want to. A Duplo figure, though, I won't be able to lose. And that's the only part about this that is pretty funny. That's it for this review. It really isn't a review. I'm probably not going to call this Spider-Man Headquarters review for Duplo, because it's not really a review. It's just I guess I'll call it a comparison. But this will definitely but yeah, don't expect me to review the Captain America or Iron Man Duplo. I mean, if I do, great, but I'm probably not going to, because I really don't want to buy Lego Duplo sets, because Duplo sets, it's a one-time thing, but I just think it's interesting. Anyway, tell me down below what you guys think of Duplo. Have you guys had a Duplo set? What Duplo set have you had, and do you still collect Duplo? I've made a lot of modifications to Lego Marvel Collections, obviously. And these will probably be in there, but who knows? Anyway, hopefully you guys liked today's video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Peace out and bye.